Hello, good morning to everyone. I am Dr. J. Thenmozhi, Head and Associate Professor, Department of English, Sri Sharda College for Women, Autonomous, Salem 16. I will explain the various elements of interpretation discussed by Susan Sontag in her essay Against Interpretation. Introduction to the author. Susan Sontag is an American writer and critic. In the mid 1960s, she taught English and philosophy at several American colleges and universities. She began to write fiction and critical essays and reviews when she was 28 years old. Her extensive body of work has controversial subjects. Through her novel and critical essays, she examines the topics including art, politics, war, philosophy, and literature. Definition of the title. The title of the essay, Against Interpretation, refers to Sontag's views against the contemporary interpretation which gives excessive importance to the content of a work of art. Susan Sontag in her essay Against Interpretation discusses the various elements of traditional interpretation and modern interpretation. She also points out the difference between the ancient method of interpretation and the modern method of interpretation. The major claim of Sontag is that interpretation should just remain what it is. She explains the first theory of art, the mimetic theory, which originated from Greece. The mimetic theory was propounded by Aristotle and Plato. Both Aristotle and Plato believed that art is an imitation of life. According to Plato, art is neither true nor useful. But Aristotle believes that art has certain values because it is a form of therapy according to Aristotle. The effect of art has the power to purge dangerous emotions. Hence, Aristotle defends art with respect to its feelings, with respect to one's feelings and passions. According to the perception of Aristotle, art provides joy and enlightenment. Based on interpretation, a work of art is divided into two parts, form and content. Normally, the content is prominent and form is accessory. Whatever the form a work of art has, it is assessed primarily with respect to its content. Sontag pleads that one's art has to be defended carefully by choosing a proper way of defense. In the post mythical era, the modern interpreters have started neglecting the power and influence of myths. The modern interpreters are not ready to accept the ancient texts as they are. The Stoic philosophers started to alter the religious text to suit the modern demands. Stoicism is a school of Greek philosophy which was founded by Zeno of Citium. The meeting between Zeus and his followers in Homer's Iliad was allegorized by the Stoic philosophers to make the gods appear moral. The meeting between Zeus and Leto was interpreted as the union of power and knowledge by the Stoic philosophers. A modern interpreter never accepts the fact that he is modifying a text. Instead of modifying a text, he forms a bridge between the existing text and the present demand. Sontag focuses her attention on the prominence of content. She declares that the content of a work of art should not be changed. An interpreter should interpret a work of art as it is. She says that the manifest content should be pushed aside to find the true meaning. According to Sontag, a movement against interpretation has been started by the modern critics and postmodern critics. Especially the postmodern critics do not go for the exploration of the meaning of a text. Instead, they try to understand the text by breaking it into pieces. Sontag considers the Freudian and Marxian theories as aggressive and impious. According to her, an art has significance even without interpretation. Sontag refers to the interpretations on Kafka. Kafka is a German novelist and short story writer. Kafka has been interpreted in several ways by the sociological critics. His works are considered to be the social allegories, but the religious minded critics analyze Kafka's works with theological association. Samuel Beckett has been interpreted in several ways. Carson, a film producer, filmed Tennessee Williams' play The Streetcar Named Desire after understanding the theme of the play. Carson achieved success by showing Stanley and Blanche as they were shown by Tennessee Williams. If Carson would not have shown Stanley and Blanche as they were shown by Tennessee Williams, he would not have achieved success. Sontag says that there is no need to interpret the films of the American film directors Hooker, Walsh, and Hawks because there is directness in their films. According to Sontag, redundancy remains a major affliction in modern criticism and postmodern criticism. Redundancy means explaining things unnecessarily. The postmodern critics explain the text in several ways by the application of the postmodern theories. Sontag says that there is Philistine approach in modern criticism and postmodern criticism. Philistinism means not understanding or caring about a good work of art. Sontag advises the reader to see more in a work of art and to hear more and feel more from a work of art. This statement of Sontag refers to the author's intention and the original meaning of the text. Advocates the need for transparency in criticism. There is transparency in Randall Gerald's essay on Walt Whitman. Randall Gerald is an American poet and critic. Transparency is found in the films of the French film directors Bresson and Renayer and the Japanese film director Ozu. In Sontag's opinion, the idea of content remains a hindrance and nuisance. Hence, Sontag, in her concluding argument, says that the function of criticism should be to show what it is and how it is rather than to show what it means. What it is refers to the original content of a work of art. How it is refers to the method of interpretation. And what it means refers to the various kinds of interpretations of the modern critics and postmodern critics. Thank you.